Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot and the Wise Dog Tarot, and this is your general reading for the collective using the Wise Dog, and I hope everyone is having a great week. This reading is for Wednesday, August 14th, and let's see what the dogs bring back to us. We have the full moon tomorrow. By the way, the full moon is on my birthday. So I hope it's a kind full moon for me, although I feel like everything I've read in regards to Leos in the full moon, it may be a bit, I may just want to just stay in. not test anything there. So, okay. The first card I'm going to pull is our current situation, and that's where we are at this moment. Here we have anxiety, and it's interesting because we had that card, I think, come in with the crow reading yesterday. So let's see. We're feeling a bit anxious about something and unsettled. Okay. Let's see what we have, the external influence that's coming to us that may be causing this. Oh my gosh. Yowzers. Okay, let's see what advice these dogs bring. The same one as yesterday. Okay, well, you can see that the colors here are very powerful and strong. When I created this Nine of Swords, the energy around it is one, where I wanted it to feel very like on edge, or just kind of jolts you a little bit. And so this is right now a time where we are focusing on something that is causing a great deal of stress. And, sometimes anxiety, it's just totally in our head. It's the stories that we construct, or we believe, something is a certain way. And because of that, we focus our energy on the worst possible scenario. And sometimes what it is that it's our subconscious that's like saying, hey, hello, a warning light, or a warning sign is going off, and it's trying to alert you to a possible danger. And it's actually that anxiety that is serving you in some ways so that you can avoid any major hazard. And so when you think about anxiety, it's like, you can look at it in, one or two ways. It's like, oh my God, it's like, it can be like just paralyzing or gripping, but it could also be somewhat of a benefit. If you are feeling a sense of anxiety in a particular area, you may want to, sort of examine that area to see where that anxiety stems from. Is there something that needs to be addressed? If you're driving around and you haven't renewed your tabs, right? And every night you go to bed wondering like, oh God, is this the day, that I get the big ticket because my tabs haven't been renewed, or you're going to bed worried about financial issues. It's like that could be where this anxiety is coming from. That's just an example. It could be anything that that perhaps you're putting off because it relates to something bigger. And so here we have this energy of the Ten of Swords, and this is coming to us. So this is an energy that, I feel like if we don't address this source of anxiety here, if we don't address a problem, it could lead to an event that may leave you feeling very wounded. So the story of this Ten of Swords, this pup here, this beautiful, such a beautiful dog, now like I'm losing my train of thought here on what her name is, but her guardian calls her the little burrito, and because she's a little plump burrito. She's so cute. But her story was that she was found on the street, and she was very, very badly injured and sick, and it didn't look like she was going to make it. So this person who found her, instead of taking her to the animal shelter, took her to an all-night like emergency vet. And the woman who helped this little burrito not only nursed her back to health, but she restored, I think, her faith, this dog's faith in humans, perhaps, and gave her a new life and created something that was, during this dark time, it was this dark time that led to a new life, a new beginning for this pup. And she now lives this very happy, comfortable life with the woman who essentially rescued her. So, I mean, really rescued her. So this anxiety that we're feeling at this time, if you're feeling that anxiety, you may want to ask yourself, where are you? And, like where are you in life? And is there something that you're not addressing that could leave you feeling wounded? But know that if an event does come, there's always going to be help. There is always going to be somebody there that will extend kindness to you, and this is not the end. It may be the end of a time that you feel broken and down. So having this Ten of Swords here coming, this external influence. For me with this deck, this may be that it's not necessarily a sign that something bad is going to happen here. It may be that you're on this cusp of changing from a bad time to a good time. From a time of feeling broken and beat down to a time of feeling accepted and loved. So, I guess where I'm going with this is that does this anxiety stem from a fear, right, that this will never happen, and because of that you're kind of keeping yourself in this place where you feel perhaps, like this is where you need to be, that you're not worthy of this. But I feel like there's going to be an event that's coming that will test this anxiety, perhaps. The Knight of Wands comes in with the advice, and just like yesterday, it's like it's time to add some passion. It's time to add some heat. It's time to take action, perhaps to avoid, if there is an event coming to you that could be damaging in some capacity. It's time to take, control of your life and move ahead with determination and force and use your creative mind to help, mitigate any damage here, but also to ease that anxiety that you have going on. There's so much, like the colors that I'm looking at, it's like such a vibrant energy, and we have like these reds on either side creating this heat and this darkness here at the center, and we have the darkness here as well. So we kind of put them together. feel like there's, especially like having, like, see how like even like the clouds, I mean, I didn't do that intentionally at all. In fact, I made these cards like months apart. So yeah. So I almost feel like this is leading you to this place here where this anxiety is giving you, it's almost like a call, like, hey, you know what? Something needs to be addressed. There's something that's causing you friction internally. And as a result, it may manifest in a way that attracts an energy to you that may leave you feeling wounded. You know, it's really important where, you know, when we're worried about something, if we continue to let it fester in our brains, you know, it's amazing how all of a sudden one small little pea-sized concern can manifest into something really big. And so I feel like with the Knight of Wands here, this is a time for you to use your creativity to ensure that, you know, you're addressing any issues that need to be taken care of. If you have something that needs to be addressed, address it. But don't make a problem bigger than it needs to be, because you may end up actually manifesting something that will, or attracting something to you. This energy is coming to us, but, you know, you don't have to answer the door. You know, it's like, you have free will here, right? You don't have to say yes to this. But if you continue to let anxiety kind of, you know, rent space for free in your brain and play and expand in your brain, without, you know, sort of addressing its behavior here, you know, you may end up just opening the door to something that you don't want to experience. But know that even in that experience, you will find that there is support. The key is here, use your creative mind. Get creative, find solutions that will address the anxiety. Find solutions that will attract the little butterflies, that will connect you with this help if you so need it. So I hope this reading makes sense. Again, this is not something that like necessarily, like this is just the energy that I feel like we're attracting at this time. And it is because of an anxiety. There is something that you're worried about. And if you're worried about something, it's amazing like how, I mean, have you ever noticed that? Like, oh my God, if you worry about anything, I mean, it could be that you're going to, you know, get laid off or something like that. It's like you don't even realize it, but you start behaving in a way that you've already accepted the fact that you're going to get laid off. So even if you weren't on that list of people, the company starts looking at people like, well, whose attitude is slip lately, you know, like, you know, who doesn't really want to be here. And so you bring that into your life, like you're the one who can manifest that. And so I feel like with this Nine of Swords here, this is a wake-up call. If you are having negative thoughts, if you are focusing on only the bad, if something is keeping you up at night, you can either use your creative mind to address it, figure out solutions, or what will happen is if you allow it to stay there and ruminate, you'll attract exactly what you don't want to attract. So the big key here is get that fire back in your belly, use your creativity, because when you do that, you'll be able to keep whatever sorrow or whatever, you know, issue we have coming here with this Ten of Swords. We'll be able to perhaps even make this transition much quicker between whatever event may cause you feelings of sorrow or betrayal and move right into feeling the warmth and comfort that comes from healing. So I hope this reading makes sense. Much love to you, and I will check back with you tomorrow. Yowzers, on my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm hoping I get a happier reading for my birthday. Dogs, please. All right, bye for now. Peace.